passive acceptance of your current body and state of health is not self-love when the state of your body and health is not good. And this has been an ongoing battle in my own life of trying to balance this process of detoxification with my own self-acceptance and love of who I am. Because in my life, in my childhood in particular, so much of my value had been made to be what I look like and how much I weigh and being athletic and being active and being physically fit in that manner, working as a personal trainer and a yoga instructor and in tennis and dance in my youth. So to let go of the self-criticism telling me to look a certain way in perfection, while also holding the reality that my body is in a state of sickness when I am overweight or suffering from certain ailments, different things throughout my life, is a really hard place to be. And I would say women in particular, especially the past several generations where so much of our value has been made to, I would say historically, so much of our value has been surface level, beauty standards that we've held over ourselves and among other women. And rejecting a lot of that so that now we bring in body positivity is actually doing more harm than good, because body positivity is not just about accepting who you are no matter what weight you are, because the reality is that if you are overweight, you are sick, period. Being thin does not mean that you're healthy. And that's another dichotomy that can be very difficult, because being overweight equals sickness in the body. It has to do with a lot of accumulation that has built up over time in your system that needs to be eliminated, and it will take time to reverse. It's not a matter of weight loss in our athletic mind of go and burn more calories to reduce your weight. That's what the fitness world has taught you equals better health. And I'm struggling personally with allowing myself to go through a detoxification program that entails more restfulness in the process and not pushing so much action in a fitness regimen. It's the opposite of what we've been taught, because losing weight does not equal health. But being overweight is a signal of sickness. Losing weight shouldn't be the goal. It is a byproduct of getting well. And I think that's one of the... I have a cat here. Is after my bamboo plant. It's such a mindfuck to try to walk through. And this is really the core of why I created Seeds of Birth, if I'm being honest. Because working in the fitness industry for so long, from a personal trainer to nutrition coaching and yoga instructor, everything was very, very body-based. Surface level body-based, weight-based, athleticism-based. Which is good to a point once you move through the detoxification, the purification of the body that piece needs to come first. And moving through that will bring up so much baggage and wounds inside of you that have caused you to eat the way you are, have caused you to behave and adapt in the ways that you have, that have created the habits in your life that keep you in a state of sickness. I have a lot of vulnerable share right here. I have a long history of poor relationship with food, in that I have bounced between different types of eating disorders, we'll call it. I have never been anorexic in a way of just not eating, and I've never been bulimic where I've caused myself to throw up. However, I've done a lot of binge and purges. And that is where I was scared to bring enemas into my purification process, because it's very easy to bring enemas and abuse them in a binge and purge the same way women have used emotional eating habits, like eating well and then you reward yourself and just binge on not great foods or some sort of snack that you feel like you earned because you've been eating so well the rest of the day. That is not a good mindset to be in. But as women, we have conditioned ourselves to accept that as healthy. And I can guarantee you that you've done it. Because I've done it a lot. We eat good all day, and then we're like, I'm going to have a snack. I've done good for, or say, several days, so I'm going to have this thing. Why are we treating food as a reward to living well? Living well is our reward. The way it nourishes our self, our body, our spirit, our emotions is the gift that it gives us. The challenge is moving through these shadows. And I'm currently struggling a lot with these shadows. And I want to share it more because there is not perfection in any type of practitioner. If you are following somebody or you have a practitioner who you think is perfect, or you expect them to be perfect in what they're doing, be the perfect shining example, you're holding an impossible standard for them. And I see people do this to Dr. Morse all the time, and I need to say it because you do not have to be a perfect fruitarian to be a healthy fruit-based eater, to eat like a frugivore, but also know that you are living in a culture that is not a frugivore culture yet. And we have grown up on foods that don't allow us to be a perfect fruitarian because we've adapted to the environments we live in. So being fruit-based and whole food-based, while also knowing how and when to add in other foods that support your system and allow you to not strive for the perfection, but also knowing the more you take care of yourself, the more there is a perfection in the integrity of character toward yourself. So what that kind of means is the more embodied you are in your own experience, the more you will naturally perfect the way you eat and live in attunement with yourself and your environment that nurtures you the most. And that's the hard part is moving through all of this that gets you to the other side. This is the shadow work. And food is the pathway to some of the most difficult shadow work you ever walk through. It's not about mind. A lot of people talk, it's everything is mindset or mind-based. No, it's body-based. It's sensation-based. It's awakening your senses, all of your senses, and attuning to it and learning to understand what it all means. What is your body saying? What is it telling you? Every sensation is a message. Your gut upset, your constipation, the skin. This is another example of things coming out of my skin. I am in the midst of healing crises, and it's uncomfortable. And I'm down on myself because I feel like I need to be an example of a perfect naturopath, but I have still my own work to do to complete. I mean, it's hard to even say complete. There is a completion to the process, and you need to keep moving. Don't let yourself settle in the comfort of passivity. Passivity is not love for yourself or nature or the universe. Love isn't passive. To be in integrity with yourself takes radical self-accountability. Sometimes I feel like I don't share some of these things because when I put it into the universe, that forces me to be accountable to my own actions. And now I'm asking for that accountability because I know I need to do better for me. This is that statement for myself.